Arsenal finalising first signing of the summer. Let's get straight into the news. How's it going, guys, and welcome back to Punch Drunk Arsenal, your home to the latest Arsenal news and transfer updates. In today's episode, we're going to chat a little bit about the news we heard over the weekend regarding Kepa Arrizabalaga, the Chelsea goalkeeper. According to David Ornstein, the Gunners are busy finalising the £5 million transfer of Kepa to the Gunners. And let me just put a little disclaimer before we chat about him. If he was coming in as our number one keeper, this would not be a good move. However, for £5 million, a backup goalkeeper with the amount of experience he has, obviously also played for Real Madrid. He was on loan at Bournemouth last season and he did pretty well at Bournemouth. Coming in as a second choice keeper is for that price is some brilliant business by the Gunners. Kepa is a Spanish international. I believe he's still the most expensive goalkeeper. When he joined Chelsea, it was for around £72 million. So he's definitely a player that comes with quite a high reputation. It's been diminished slightly over the past couple of seasons, especially during his time at Chelsea. However, we all know that Chelsea have ruined quite a few players in their time. And as I mentioned, coming in as a second choice keeper, you're probably not going to get a better deal than the £5 million signing of Kepa. This is really, really good business by the Gunners. It's going to allow us some good competition for David Raya. As I mentioned, Raya is definitely going to be the Gunners' number one. Kepa's coming as number two. However, he does want to challenge for that number one position. It's another Spanish keeper, so it's not like he's going to struggle to really fit in at the Gunners. We've got a big Spanish contingency with our management as well as some of our players. Martin Zubamendi also coming in, Mikel Merino. So there's quite a few Spanish-speaking people in the club at the moment. Inaki Kanya, the goalkeeping coach, also Spanish. So it'll be very easy for him to fit in with Arsenal. Also, obviously, having lived in London, so it's not a big move for him. And as I mentioned, I think this is really good business by the Gunners. This is a deal we'll likely see be completed sometime this week. Arguably will be Arsenal's Arsenal's first signing of the summer. Even though we know about the Zubamendi deal for the last couple of months, and we pretty much confirmed him about 2 or 3 months ago, he's going to be coming in as well. But however, Kepa does seem like he's going to be the first official one coming through the door. Kepa had a very good season at Bournemouth last year. Obviously, Bournemouth fell away a little bit at the end of the season. However, I believe he still made 9 clean sheets. So considering that he's got only about 4 or 5 less than Raya did in the campaign last year, he's still a very good goalkeeper. I mentioned before that his time at Chelsea was not the best. I believe he's still a Champions League winner. So he's still got that under his resume. And he did end up going to Real Madrid during the time when Courtois was injured. So he's got bag loads of experience. He's played at some of the biggest clubs in the world. And coming into Arsenal as a second choice keeper is just really, really good business for the club. Although his numbers weren't as good as David Raya's last season, he still put in a pretty decent performance. And as I mentioned, he got around 9 clean sheets for Bournemouth, which is still a very good return, especially considering that Bournemouth, even though they did have a decently good defense, one of the best in England last season, they're not really a team renowned for their defensive work. They're quite one of the more lower mid-table teams. So still racking up 9 clean sheets is a very good return nonetheless. And as I mentioned, coming in as a second choice keeper, so you're not going to expect him to play a host of a lot of games. He's likely going to feature in a few cup games, maybe a few of the Champions League group stage games. And considering that Netzo only played one game last season and it was against Girona, a very poor performance from him in that game, having someone like Kepa come in is just a little bit more of an assured performer, someone that is definitely better than Netzo, and someone that, like I mentioned, that can come in and just help us out, especially during those cup games. And for £5 million, you're not going to find a better deal. We were linked with the likes of Espanyol keeper Joan Garcia, which have costed us in excess of £20 million, even though he's a player with a huge potential, high ceiling, and was desperate to come to the Gunners last season. He seems like he's going to be off to Barcelona this year. This also allows the Gunners actually to invest a little bit more funds in more priority positions, such as our striker and our left wing. So all in all, I think this is a very, very good deal by the Gunners. A second choice keeper of Kepa's level doesn't come around usually at a low price like that. And for £5 million, it's really good business by the Gunners. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. A short episode this time. Give us your thoughts on Kepa. I know a lot of you will be Got some skepticism, going to be skeptical about Kepa coming in. However, as I mentioned, I think this is a pretty good deal at £5 million. Anyway, don't forget to smash that like button, follow Punch Drunk Arsenal for your latest Arsenal news and transfer updates, and leave your comments in the comment section down below. Cheers, guys.